Welcome back. Now we will proceed to build our integration directory configuration. So let's go ahead. The integration directory configuration is going to be exactly what we built here. There's no change in the integration directory configuration, but then we'll just have to redo it again. So let's go ahead, create a BAPI, a folder called ccBPM underscore file RFC file underscore multi underscore 00. All right. And then let's create a subfolder here and call it, and we'll call it same as what we did here, file request to underscore ccBPM, right? I'm going to just go ahead, create a new communication channel. So it's going to be underscore bs file system 00. I'm going to call it ccBPM, okay, file sender, but I'm going to call it underscore multi, right? And create. I'll give my adapter type here, file. All right. I'll get my path. My path is going to be this guy. So I'm going to put my path. I make sure it is a sender file adapter. I'm going to call it file RFC file underscore multi.xml. Okay. I'm going to processing mode. I'm going into and setting it to delete, and we are done. The first adapter is now ready. Now let's go ahead, create the next channel. It's going to be a new communication channel, and we are going to call it bs underscore file system underscore 00. I'm just creating my receiver communication channel, cc underscore ccBPM underscore. Again, I'm going to call it as multi. Okay, adapter type as file, direction as receiver, the target directory as, I'll say, file RFC, ccBPM, file RFC file multi. Okay, and call the output file RFC file underscore multi underscore dot XML, processing mode at timestamp. Perfect. All right. Now this channel though should be under a different folder. So let's just go ahead and create the other two folders as well. Folder create ccBPM underscore 2 underscore BAPI underscore sync call. Next, one more folder create ccBPM underscore 2 underscore file response, and I'll move this channel under this guy. Okay, sorry, it's being used, so I'm going to close all this, close all objects, and now if I move it, it should move. All right, so let's go ahead and create a new sender agreement. The first object that we create is the sender agreement. So I'm going to go here, bs file system 00 SIOA file request, but I need to make sure I'm using the file request under multiple. Perfect. Apply, create. My sender agreement is now created. I'm going to select my sender channel, multiple file sender, ccBPM file RFC file, multiple file sender, apply. My sender channel is also done. Next, we have to create a receiver determination. So new interface objects, receiver determination. In the receiver determination, my sending system is bs file system 00 SIOA file request. So that is file RFC file request, apply. And now we are going to create a receiver determination. Right? Now, who's my receiver? It's my BPM, but did we import the BPM? No. So let's go ahead and import my BPM. Yes, I'll save this for now. It will throw me a warning, which I'll ignore. But I'm going to go into tools, new integration process, continue, search for my BPM called IP. So I'm going to soft it by software component name. So my search will be easy. Go all the way down, and I'm going to select IP RFC file multi 00, and I'll add to my folder. Okay, which is training 00. multiple, apply, continue. This is the name, let it be the same name and say finish. Okay, now my BPM got imported. So my sending system is file. Let's close the processing log. The sending system is file and my receiving system is now my BPM, and I save the object. Okay, now it's going to ask me for an interface determination. So I right click here, I say yes, I'm going creating a new interface determination, say new specific. No, there's no mapping, so I'm just going to go ahead and select my service interface. It is my file request multiple. All right, I select that and I save. Now if I go back, I refresh, it's okay, perfect. Let's just wait for it to come back. Perfect. There's no receiver agreement needed, no receiver communication channel needed, because the receiver is a BPM, right? So that with that, the first set of objects I've done. Now let's go ahead and create the next set of object where the ccBPM is sending the message out to the BAPI call, right? So no sender agreement in that case because the BPM is the sender. So the sender component is RFC multiple. It is going to give me SI abstract synchronous BAPI. I select that, I say create, and my receiver is EH5 CLNT 800. I save my object. So my receiver determination is done. It's going to ask me for an interface determination. So right click on the interface determination, say new specific, and give your operation mapping. My mapping is displayed. Perfect. Save my interface determination. I come back here, I refresh. Once I refresh, it's asking for a receiver agreement. I say new specific, and I'm going to select my existing RFC receiver adapter. Remember, a receiver communication channel can be shared across multiple scenarios. So with that, my second set of scenarios is done. The last set of scenarios from ccBPM to the file. So I'm again creating a receiver determination. No receiver, no sender agreement required because the sending system is a BPM, right? I select this, I select center interface. It's asking me which sender interface. Now this is the file ccBPM to file response. So I'm selecting the file response, and my receiver system is my BS underscore file system underscore 00. I save. It should say no system found. There's a mistake here. I think it should be file. There's a typing mistake. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now go to configuration overview. There's no mapping required. So I go to configuration overview. There's no mapping required. I'm just going to create an interface determination. Select my inbound server interface determination, which is file response multiple. Perfect. Apply, save. Now refresh. And now let's go ahead and create the receiver agreement. Right, in my receiver agreement, I'm selecting it. I'm selecting my multi-file receiver, apply, save. Okay, let's go ahead, activate our changes. With the changes being activated, let's go back. Now upload our file to our file system. To do that, let's go into our mapping to create the file. So I'm going into file intermediate request to BAPI request because I need to have multiple users. I go into test tab and I'm going to, sorry. This is the incorrect one. I need to go to file request to intermediate split because this is the source file. And I go into test mode. I'll duplicate subtree, add 3 users. Okay, let's call the first user PI 15. Let's call the second user admin, and the third user a user that does not exist. So let's say, or for now, let's just leave it to 2 users, right? Doesn't matter if there are 3 users. All right. Now go into source, and here you will see a problem, right? Now, is this why, when you're copying the message out here, make sure you do not copy the content between the messages and the message one tag. you only need to take the message content only in this case because the structure of the message is different. The request XML should only contain empty file request, and here it should contain empty file response. Do not copy the message 1 and message 2. Rather, let's do it this way. Let's copy the whole content into a notepad, right? I'm going to remove the first messages tag, message 1 tag. Go to the bottom, remove the message 1 and messages tag. Okay, with this your file is okay. Now let's call it file RFC file multi.xml. All right, let's make sure that's the name with which I put in my sender file adapter. So I go into my, this is my receiver adapter. I go into my sender file adapter underscore multi. All right, so I go here, I sort by date, I do F2. Next I go into CG3Y. I'll just go here, underscore multi, and upload the file. Say yes, I accept. My file is uploaded. Let me get the name of my channel. Go to communication channel monitoring. I have it open here from the previous sessions. I'll stop this channel. I was expecting it. The session has timed out. Sorry, a session has expired. So go to adapter engine, communication channel monitor. Let's give the name of our channel. Say go. The message is not yet picked up. So stop, start, go. The message got picked up. So now I'm going to go into SXMB Moni. And I'm hoping it works, and I'm executing it, and we see a lot of success messages, right? Let's see what happened. So this was the first message. This is some other interface that has run, nothing to do with our interface. BS file system 00 has sent a message. This is the input message that went to the BPM. Then the BPM has sent the first message to the RFC, and it sent the message back to the RFC. Then again the BPM has split the message, and you see there are two responses. And then from these are two RFC calls that have happened, the request response, and then you see there are two output where two output messages have gone. All right. So now let's go here, double click, look at the request. The request has two users, right? Now go back. Now this is the request, and now you see this is the split request where the request is having this, and then the response message has the username and the personal number. Perfect. And then I go into the next. This is the this is the next message, and this is the username is admin, and the response has the username and the personal number. And finally, if I go here, the first message, I go to technical routing payloads, it has the username, and this is the first file, and this is the technical routing payloads main document, and this is the second file. How do I monitor my BPM? I can go into here, go to the PE hyperlink here, click on the PE hyperlink. All right, let's click on the PE hyperlink, and here you see, you can see the graphical view. So let's look at the graphical view, and now you can see what has happened. The start message happened, and then the transform message happened where it got split into multiple files. And then you see block, send sync, send file response, and the block got completed. Perfect. Now let's go back and click on the PE again, and let's look at the technical detail list with technical details. And here you should be able to see the first, if I look here, this is the message that got split. If I go to the container, the message is out, should have two messages. You see there are two messages here, whereas there's one message input here, one input message that got split into two messages. It's logical because there were two user IDs, and then the block got executed twice, the first loop and the second loop. All right, with this we come to the end of this session, where what we've done in the BPM, the most important part for you to understand was in the BPM we introduced a block, we introduced a multi-mapping where we split the message into multiple line items, and we made sure that this has a multiple line item. And then in the block, we changed the block mode as for each, and we made them it as of type, and we defined an intermediate, a current line element whose scope was block for each. We made a sensing step and the send step, and this made sure that the message got split into multiple users, and then for each user the block got executed as a for loop. All right, so with this we come to the end of this session. We shall see you again in the next session. Bye bye.